The game of life is a game of both play, it's a playground, but it is also a school. So you could say we are in a game, and you can also say equally true, we are in a school. Okay, so this is a school, and nothing is by accident. You're not here by accident. You have chosen to be here. You have chosen to be in this game. Whether you remember it or not, and most of us don't remember that. Okay, there is an amnesia thing going on right now. But this is both at the same time, simultaneously, a playground and a school. Not at all different from kindergarten, where you're both playing, everything is play, and yet everything is learning, right? This is what life is about. It's a game, it's a playground. We're here to create an experience and do different things and try different things, but we're also here to learn. We are the children of God, learning and playing simultaneously. And from my observation, there are two ways to learn in this game. Way number one is through knowledge and wisdom. So information, knowledge, wisdom. Like let's say you're a smoker, and then you hear a lecture on the terrible effects of smoking on health and well-being and mental health and emotional health, and then that knowledge really hits you, right? And then you change your behavior. But there is another way to learn, a more cruel way, but equally valid, and that is pain. So the way a smoker, and I'm just using the smoker as an example, I am an ex-smoker myself. The way a smoker quits, you have two options really, and that's apply this for everything else. You either learn via wisdom, insights, like you grab insights and you say, no more, I'm changing, I want to be healthier. Or it gets so painful, the pain, the coughing, the phlegm, the mucus, the fatigue, you find out you have some heart disease. The pain gets so intense that you learned. You've grasped it now. Through pain. Pain is a powerful teacher. Why? Because you feel it in the moment. See, with insights, you grasp it intellectually, but maybe you don't feel it. Like somebody says you're gonna be a lot healthier if you quit smoking, and they show you all the evidence. But you're not feeling healthy in the way that they're describing it. So unless something happens when you grasp that insight, it may kind of go in over your head. Pain is a very powerful teacher because you feel it. It's like, oh my God, this is painful. I'm coughing blood out. I'm coughing non-stop. I can't sleep. I have to quit. It's too painful. And you learn your lesson. Should be smoking. Not good for you. Ruining your health, ruining your relationships, ruining your mental health, ruining everything. And these are the two basic ways to learn something, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we learn in this game. Through insight or through pain. Okay? And all of us have our fair share of learning both ways. I've personally quit cigarettes more so via insight, because I only smoked, and I say only because relative to other more veteran smokers, I only smoked for 4 years. Not a long time, I wasn't in deep pain. I just grasped the insights, and I really wanted to be healthier. I think maybe because my previous background as an athlete before the smoking days, I remembered I used to be a wrestler. You require a ton of stamina for that. And I realized my stamina is shit. And I simply wanted to regain that stamina. I wanted to regain this connection with my breath, this feeling of vitality. And I guess because I have experienced health before, I wanted it again. So through insight, I've watched videos on smoking, blah, blah, blah. I said, I'm gonna quit, no more. And I quit cold turkey. Well, not cold turkey. It took me about 10 times of actually saying, I'm gonna quit, to finally quit. Okay, but in the moment it happened, it was just, that's it. But there are other things that I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn through the school of hard knocks. I had to learn through pain. Yeah, so it just depends. I know all of us have our fair share of learning things, either via pain, some gets too painful. Like there's certain foods like bread, for instance. I quit bread because the pain of constipation was just way too much, man. Because bread's very constipating. I had to quit bread. I just had to. It was every time I ate it, I got constipated for days. I had to quit because the pain was intense, man. Ugh, I hate constipation. Okay, constipation has been a great teacher for me through pain. So, yeah, those are the two basic ways. Now, I know all of us have our fair share of learning through these two methods. I know we've learned many things through both. We're gonna learn many things through both. But I'm here to just suggest for you, for me, for all of us. And please listen to me here. And I'm gonna listen to myself, my own advice here. Isn't it easier? I like easy. Nowadays, I like easy life. I like effortless life. Isn't it easier to learn via the path of insights? Do we really have to experience pain to learn? Now, granted, you do need the right insight. You do need the right insight. If you've got the wrong insight and you think, oh, I'm gonna do that right now, and then you do that and then you eat shit because you experience more pain, right? That's not gonna help. All right, that's not gonna help. All right, granted, we're assuming here you've got the proper insights, right? Isn't it easier to just learn via insight? Do we really have to experience pain? I mean, pain is here until we have grasped a lesson. We do not need to experience pain. We really don't. Once we grasp wisdom, knowledge, insight, we no longer need to experience pain. We don't. Pain is here. See, people say pain is a necessary part of life. It is necessary until we have learned. We do not need to be in pain forever, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Now, my grandfather, God bless him, he's over 90. He's been a skeleton now for the last 10 years, and I mean a skeleton. What do I say? He had stroke. He's had a very painful old age, and he's still somehow alive because the meds are keeping him alive. The meds and the machines and everything. And because he didn't know how to eat properly throughout his life, he is going through pain, he's experiencing pain, as most humans do as they grow older. But if we learn how to nourish our bodies properly, if we learn what to eat, what not to eat, and even better, if we learn that we don't need to eat altogether, but I know that knowledge is just too triggering and too much for you guys. Okay, if we learn how to be breatharians, we transcend, so many things altogether. So anyway, with the right tools, with the right knowledge, you apply it. You do not need to experience old age in the way most humans are. You do not need to go through all this pain. So no, please, pain is here, but we do not have to continue to experience pain. So, isn't it easier, more effortless to grasp the knowledge through insight, grasp the lessons through insight? As I am spending more time on this earth, getting younger and younger by the year, believe me, because of the insights that I'm grasping, guys, the insights. I am becoming more of a fan of learning via insight because I just don't really like pain. Who likes pain? I don't like pain. I don't like pain. I don't want to continuously go through pain. I don't. Okay, here is a painful lesson I had. You guys see this scar here? Got a scar here. Okay, I had surgeries done. I was so stubborn in my early 20s, like one of those macho guys, gym rats, those macho guys, right? I didn't allow my wrist to heal. I said, I want to go back to the gym. I want to learn boxing. I was, into starting to learn boxing. And I didn't allow enough time for my wrist to heal. Boy, did I have to learn the hard way through pain that you must respect the body and respect the time it takes to heal. If I was wiser then, I would have just sat it through. I would have given it another 2-3 months to heal before my dumbass went back to the gym, I knew, because I still was experiencing pain from the accident that I got into. I knew that it still needed time to heal, but I was like, whatever, man, I'll push through the pain. I don't like pain anymore. Okay, I don't like pain. I don't like physical pain. I don't like emotional pain anymore. For instance, when do you learn, like, being resentful. I used to be so resentful to my dad, particularly because of the way he treated me as a child. And you know what? It became too painful on my emotions to continue to be resentful. And I had to do some forgiveness work to let go of that. And man, when I did that, I guess it was too painful to remain a resentful person, right? Too much pain, too many bad dreams, just too much heaviness. And when I learned, when it was too much painful for me, and I learned to be forgiving, and I forgave my dad for all the things, I saw with compassion, he only did what he thought was best. He himself was a traumatized child, and I let go of that. Man, was it liberating. Man, did it feel good. Man, did my emotional body felt light. I like bliss, I like pleasure, I don't like pain. I am tired. I've been on this earth now for 30 Gregorian years. Not that that matters. I'm here to unlock some crazy things, longevity and possibly immortality. Okay? But I think it's enough time for me to be like, man, I don't want to experience pain anymore. So now, what I do as I spend more time on this plain, flat earth, is I spend more time learning, getting insights, getting knowledge. I brainwash myself with knowledge now. If I know that it is the correct insight, that is. I have to discern. I'm not always 100% discerning, but I do my best. Because I don't want to be in pain anymore. Yeah, I don't want to be painful. I don't want to be sitting on the toilet for like half an hour, nothing coming out, right? I don't want that anymore. I just want pleasure. I want bliss. I want beauty. We don't need to experience pain forever, guys. It's only here in as far as we learn. Once we realize that, hey, maybe there's an easier way to learn, which is via insights, and we begin to let go of this weird thing that we have as human, we're like, what is that word? Masochistic or something like that, which is basically we enjoy pain. Yeah, I used to be that person too. Okay, I used to be that person. But not anymore. I don't want pain anymore. I like pleasure. I like easiness. Now, if God puts me in a situation where I have to experience pain, like an unforeseen accident or something like that, then I have to accept it and I have to live with it and I have to, meditate on it and possibly even transcend it with my mind and accept it and see that there's karmic reasons for it. But I'm not going to seek it out as a teacher anymore. Like in the old days, I would go because I would go knowing full well what's about to happen. I would go grab a big, like this was in my early 20s again. This was a pretty interesting period of experimentation. And I would go just to actually, like, sometimes I would feel like I'm like losing my discipline. So I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna go get a big giant pizza. I'm gonna get some like big giant pizza with like Coca-Cola and like some sweets, some chocolate and stuff after, and I'm gonna eat the whole thing because I know I'm gonna feel pain and misery and constipation and everything. And that pain would motivate me for the rest of the week to eat better, to discipline myself, to take care of myself, because like I don't want to experience that. Then I forget the pain, but I don't have enough insights yet. I'm not mature in my wisdom and insight. So then again, a week passes by, like, it's time for that pizza again. I gotta experience that pain again. I gotta remember why I'm doing what I'm doing. I gotta remember why I'm keeping those good habits. Okay, that's a great way to learn. But do we have to keep doing this forever? The answer is no. We only have to keep learning from pain. We only have to keep experiencing pain until we no longer need to. Okay, and when we no longer need to, and I'm not just talking physically, emotionally, again, being a resentful person is very heavy. Very heavy. And when it gets too painful, then you learn the lesson of forgiveness. Or you could listen to the teachings of Jesus on forgiveness. You can listen to the teachings of Buddha on forgiveness. You can listen to the teachings of just anybody that's making videos or writing books on forgiveness. And you can grasp the insight. You could be like, oh, so if I forgive, it's going to be better for me. I'm going to release so much heaviness, and I'm going to release generational curses, and I'm going to release old karma, and all right, I'm going to forgive. You don't have to actually get to the point where the pain becomes far too much. And sometimes it's too late. Sometimes. Yeah? If you're smoking and it's just, you got cancer, you got lung cancer, it's a little too late. Little too late. So that's why I say we do not need, we're moving into a new consciousness on this beautiful plane of existence, this beautiful plane Earth. We do not need to keep experiencing pain and suffering. We don't need to do that anymore. Emotional, mental, and physical pain. We do not need to do that anymore. We do not need to. We can grasp insight, knowledge. The Kali Yuga, the age of darkness, is characterized by lack of wisdom, lack of knowledge, and deception. As we move out of this deception stage, we are already getting more knowledge, right? We're already getting more insights on so many different things. So it's better to become disciples of this insight, of this wisdom, and really integrate it. Listen to it 24/7. You know, immerse yourself in the Bhagavad Gita. Immerse yourself in the Tao Te Ching. Immerse yourself in all these beautiful, wonderful teachings. And then you no longer have to learn through the pain. I no longer have to go and get a big giant pizza and like 3 chocolate bars and like Coca-Cola and like, you know, and eat it and feel the pain, feel my body screaming and get constipated for me to, you know, stay and do good things and good habits. I don't have to do that anymore because it was too painful. But I don't have to do pain anymore. We don't have to. None of us does. Of course, I'm still working on that. There are still certain things that I'm learning through pain, but I'm realizing more and more, I'm like, why? I like pleasure. I like feeling nice. I like feeling light. It's not nice to be resentful. It's not nice to be constipated. It's not nice to overthink. Yeah, again, another thing. Some people only learn to meditate when their overthinking becomes too painful. When their mental suffering becomes too painful. Then they say, oh, I'm going to meditate. But you don't have to. You can watch videos, listen to lectures on the benefits of meditation, then go try it out before the overthinking gets too overboard. You could do that. Okay? So as we move into a new awareness, into a new consciousness, guys, we do not have to continue to be in pain and suffering all our life. We do not have to do that anymore, okay? That's about it. A special thank you to our beloved donors, the people who support this channel through donations. I appreciate you guys. If you feel a calling to do that, there is a link down below in the description. And I also offer consultation services, so you could check it out down below in the description. Give us a follow on Instagram, guys, okay? There's a link down below. Just look up my name on Instagram, Saeed Mobaid. It's the same name as my YouTube channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.